It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. With me, oh you know him, Shaquille O'Neal. You know this guy too, Kenny the Jet Smith. Our game tonight featuring the Cleveland Cavaliers as they go up against the Utah Jazz. Well, for Utah, as they look to move to the next level, winning on the road, always a key. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. So we're right around halfway through the season. Shaq, a lot of trade discussions happening. What are your keys to making a great deal?
Well, it depends on your goal. You want to win now? You want to win later? A combination of both? Does your analysis ever make changes out of emotion?
Well, acquiring players that fit your system. You have to have a system first. That's the key. And if your trade looks too good to be true, it probably is.
I meant to say, do your analysis, never make changes out of emotion.
Oh, okay.
See, I was emotional when I was talking about it.
Well, I heard you.
I
I understood it. I understood
All right.
it.
You did?
Not really, but.
Me either. And now with the tip-off coming up shortly, it's time to send it to Kevin Harlan for the call.
Everyone is in their seat here at the Quicken Loans Arena in Cleveland as the Cavaliers look to grab a win here at home. Our broadcast team tonight, on one side, Greg Anthony. On the other side, Steve Smith. And on the sideline, David Aldridge. I'm Kevin Harlan. The Jazz in the midst of a road trip going into this one. These guys are hot, no doubt about it, continuing to put up win after win.
Yeah, well, you got to like what they've been showing here of late. Very solid basketball they're playing across the board, and you can point to a lot of different areas where they have been excellent.
We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Thanks very much. Well, Quinn Snyder is the coach here in Utah, and he said, as a coaching staff, we show the players we have confidence in them. And then we're unbelievably demanding. But it has to be mixed with patience. And that, over time, pays off. Kevin?
Teaching and motivating. He's done a nice job, DA. Thanks. As we reach the halfway point in the season, Steve, how much does a team's depth start to play a part?
It plays a lot. I mean, if you have lack of it, then you start to see the guys that needed some rest or those nagging injuries, you can't rest them. You got to play them, especially if you're jockeying for position, looking down the road for playoffs. And then the teams who are, I would say, have all the depth in the world, those coaches have it great. They get a chance to pick and choose. They sit some guys. I know the league doesn't like that, and they get a chance to start some other guys. They manage minutes and manage injuries very well when you have a deep team.
And it's the Cavaliers to start out. And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Favors and Gobert, the tough pair inside. Mitchell and Ingles are out on the wings. And it's Rubio in at the 1. Now, here's Sexton. 5 to shoot. Knocks it loose, and it's stolen by Ricky Rubio. The feed to Mitchell. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio.
Great job getting it to go after he takes the hit. Mitchell plays with a force every night.
Pass to Osman. They get a hand on it. Johnson surveying the floor. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Rubio dishes to Mitchell. We've played just over a minute here in the first. Rubio against Nance. That one good for 2.
High percentage look inside. Rubio always looking to maximize the value of the possession.
Now, here's Sexton, covered by Rubio. Osman, the pass to Thompson. He can't get that one to fall. Great D that time from Favors. To the inside, Mitchell got a piece of it. Here's Osman. He had 13 points in the win against Miami. from 11 feet away. One up, one down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Now, here's Rubio. In the game against Toronto, very impressive. Here's Mitchell. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Mitchell's got 5.
Even though Mitchell isn't all that efficient from range, the most impressive thing to me is he believes the shot is going in.
Now, here's Thompson, coming off a solid outing against Miami. And the basket by Johnson. Johnson's got his first basket.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
A lot of laziness going on out there. Still early in the game, but that needs to get worked out.
Thompson against Gobert. The dish to Mitchell. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And Greg, right out of the gate, Donovan Mitchell seemed like a veteran more than a rookie.
I mean, his professionalism was one of the first things Ricky Rubio noticed about Mitchell. Father played minor league baseball, knows what it takes to succeed in professional sports. And you can just see it in his approach to practice and his commitment to improving his game. Mitchell was already the surprise of that 2017 draft, and I don't think there's any question he's destined to be a star.
Free throw drops for Mitchell.
He was a part of that terrific draft class in 2017. Donovan Mitchell was somewhat unheralded, but may turn out to be the best of the bunch.
And Mitchell drops them both. And being a part of one of the better draft classes of all time, Steve, I think you would agree, is Donovan Mitchell.
2017 was a deep draft, featured tremendous talent at the top. Mitchell was a late riser on most people's boards, but still couldn't crack the top 10.
Now here's Johnson. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. From the high post, the shot by Thompson, no good.
Unfortunately for him, the defense is slow to react, but he couldn't make them pay.
Rubio looking it over. Favors, finds Ingles. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Nance.
Joe Ingles has made himself into an offensive threat, and defenses have taken notice. It was a long and winding road to the NBA for Ingles. Played in Australia, Spain, and Israel. Finally got his chance with the Clippers and then the Jazz in 2014.
The first free throw is good. And Steve, talking about Ingles, once he did break in, he more than held his own.
As a rookie, he started 32 games, then kept building on his success, earning his coach's trust. Ultimately, he landed a really nice contract, and he has continued to play well.
And Cleveland making a change here. Fry's checked in. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
I mean, an incredible story how Joe Ingles has gotten to this point. A lot of it's been resiliency, and a lot of it has been sacrifice.
Now, here's Sexton. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Miami. Here's Osman. For 3. But they'll get another chance. Feeds it to Fry. Over Mitchell. Fry, good. Fry's got his first 2 points of the night.
The length and athleticism of Fry showing up inside.
Rubio with it. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. On the wing, Ingles. Here's Favors. Offensive rebound. Second chance shot. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
And for so long, it seems Derek Favors had played in a crowded front court, but still can get the job done.
And Favors has shown his versatility and impact in spot minutes his whole career. Every team can use a player like Favors. He just eats up space inside and can play that tough D. Offensively, I think he'd like to get back to where he was around 2015, and hopefully he'll find the chances to do so.
That one misses for Favors.
Well, you know, he's the former 3rd overall pick out of Georgia Tech. Favors has made steady improvement, productive at the 4 and the 5 spot.
Now here's Johnson. Inside. Here's Fry. Trying to get open is Thompson. No good from Fry.
Boy, he blew an easy layup, and he is furious with himself.
Ingles in the corner. Back to Mitchell. And Favors kicks to Rubio. The Jazz working the ball around now. Mitchell outside. A 3 ball. And Utah another 3.
Extended the lead. This has been a great period for him offensively.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
And no doubt in my mind, the overriding factor in that game was their huge edge on the backboard.
When you look at the stats, they just really set out to control the edge on the glass, and they did just that.
Now, here's Sexton. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Over Favors. The Cavaliers again can't hit. To the inside. Rubio dishes to Gobert. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, Rudy Gobert has taken on more of a leadership role with this team. Clearly a difference maker on the court with his defense, and will get the team to fall in line. Hard to argue with one of the elite rim protectors in our league.
The first one falls. And with Gobert, he does so much as a defender with his impact, Greg, in the paint.
Yeah, and Gobert does so much in terms of cleaning up his teammates' mistakes while they're defending out there on the perimeter. It allows his teammates to be more aggressive on D, knowing he's going to be that last line of defense. And Gobert won't let them get too comfortable, as he is one of the more vocal players in terms of shaping their D.
He's a great defender. He's improved his scoring. Rudy Gobert has put a lot of work into his body and game.
Here's Osman. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game.
Because he's inconsistent from range, the defense dares him to take that shot. Bad gamble there.
And Rubio kicks to Favors. Gobert with it, working on Fry. Sexton grabs the board. The Cavaliers trail by 9. Good on the wing. It's stolen by Gobert. Mitchell outside. He dishes it to Rubio.
Yeah, that one put him over the limit, and it's so early that if they're not careful, this could turn into a parade at the free throw line. And Ricky Rubio might be one of the most unselfish players in the league, not only for his passing and how much he enjoys piling up assists, but how he does a great job adjusting to what the team needs him to do and not worrying about his own game.
And he knocks down the first one. And for Rubio, who has been in the eye of the media for so long, Greg, he's always been unselfish. We've always seen that in his style of play.
You're right, Kevin. You've always been able to see that with Rubio's game. Great at making quick reads, seeing passes before they develop. I mean, he can see who's open and who's going to be open before he even catches a pass.
We know players love offensive play. We know fans love offensive play. But Smitty, do you think we should care more as fans and players about what players do on the defensive end?
I think so, Kevin, but I think it's the history of sports, especially our game in basketball, just the players that lead the league in scoring. They get all the credit and all the endorsements. Guys who play defense, we'll pick out one or two, but we don't go overboard when we see guys that are defensively good. We don't talk enough about the defensive side and the impact these individuals have.
And fans appreciate good defense, don't they? Fans like good defense.
Yeah, they do, especially the fans that understand that you need defense to win championships.
Hill passes to Clarkson. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Utah leading by 7. Rubio outside. Gobert dishes to Mitchell, and then Mitchell with the dunk.
Doesn't matter to the great offensive players who's guarding them, and Donovan Mitchell is trying to become one of them.
Timeout called, Cleveland. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Utah.
And you have to love it when there's a matchup like this. Two teams that are at the top of their respective conferences going at it.
This is going to be a fun first game between these two squads. Buckle up.
A different look for Utah. Udo's checked in for Gobert, and it's Dante Exum in for Ricky Rubio. To the inside. Hood finds Hill. Passes it to Fry. Clarkson taking his time here. Pass to Johnson. 3 on the clock. Good work defensively by Crowder.
Yeah, the aggressive D inside leads to a missed opportunity there.
You know, he had terrific position, does a good job of affecting the shot without fouling.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Stolen by Mitchell. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
And guys, they've come out and established a rhythm. And also their play calling has been on point.
Well, the two go hand in hand. Matching your strategy to your personnel is key.
Clarkson against Mitchell. Clarkson kicks to Hood. And there's the foul on Jay Crowder. That's his first foul. And Utah making a change here. Burks is checked in. Clarkson passes to Hood. Cleveland moving the ball around, and there's another turnover by the Cavaliers. And as always, the mid part of the NBA season, quite a grueling part of the schedule. Right now, let's check out how the standings are shaping up in the East. You look at the Bucks. Quite a season they've assembled here, guys. Perched up there in first place and playing terrific basketball game in and game out. And checking out Cleveland, just way behind.
Well, I think for Cleveland, this season has to really become a wake-up call for them moving forward. If they didn't recognize before this year that they didn't have the talent to compete in this league, they sure as heck better recognize it now.
I'm sure they do, because it's obvious that the way this team is currently constructed just isn't working. Changes have to be made, and they can't wait too long to make them.
And he knocks down the first one.
Oh my gosh, I just...
A tremendous athlete. Unfortunately for Burks, he has had some bouts with injuries, but he's a guy who can take over stretches with his length and quickness.
And Burks hits 2 free throws.
Oh my gosh, I just...
Well, Alec Burks, he's just one of those guys you just love to watch attack the rim and attack that defense.
Yes, he's a nice ball handler, can create his own offense. He can get to the rim, and he gets to the line. He only needs a better jump shot to take the next step.
Now, here's Clarkson. Last game out, he had 14. So for the Jazz, their last game, a win against the Raptors.
And boy, did that game nearly get away from them, but they were a little bit fortunate to have survived at the end of regulation.
They were extremely lucky. I think they took their opponent for granted a little, and it nearly cost them.
Shot clock at 6. Another miss by Utah.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Fry finds Clarkson. To the middle, looking for Hood. He gets it there. That shot, no good. Now the Jazz take it the other way. There's the pass to Burks. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. And the Jazz lead by 15. And here's Clarkson. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. And the rejection by Udo. The feed now to Burks. And that comes off the assist by Exum. Burks has got his second bucket of the night.
And from the opening tip, they have been in complete control of this one.
Dominate on the court, and it's showing up on the scoreboard. Let's see if they can maintain this level of intensity.
The shot by Clarkson, no good. And so it's Burks bringing it up now for Utah. 17-point game. Udo gets the bucket.
Just increasing their advantage, and right now they're in a zone on both ends.
Yeah, this lead has snowballed. Credit their killer instinct for piling on.
Clarkson kicks to Fry. Traps in the tray. Fry's got 5.
As a defender, you have to stay in Fry's shirt. Otherwise, all too often, this will be the result.
Burks the pass to Cephalosha. Back to Burks. Shoots over Clarkson, and it falls over the rim and in. 8 points for him.
Alec very comfortable shooting from mid-range. That's a shot he can get with his driving ability.
Hill finds Hood. Knocked loose. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Tipped away. And the Jazz with possession here. Now here's Exum. He's guarded by Hill. It's Crowder on the wing. And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. Here's Exum. And the Jazz, another 3.
The defense tends to play him to drive the basketball, but if he can knock down this shot, they will have to play him honestly.
And so it's Utah with a 21-point lead to end the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Back to the action after this word. During his tenure in Utah, Coach Quinn Snyder has quickly earned the appreciation of his players, including Rudy Gobert.
We're very lucky to have a coach like that. He really takes everything, with heart, and he wants us to be the best defensive team in the league, as I do. And I think when the coach and the players are on the same page, usually, good things happen.
Coach Snyder doing a terrific job with his team.
Just a great tactician, and he's clearly got his guys buying in to his message.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a very convincing performance from the Jazz so far.
So far, they've been active, scoring the basketball, built up a little lead here, and looking good.
The play calling has been perfect, backed up by beautiful execution. They've certainly captured the moment in that first quarter.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Nance and Thompson are up front. Hill is out there with Jordan Clarkson. And it's Hood in at the 3 slot.
Okay, George Hill, elusive off the bounce. Makes it look so easy.
Well, Steve, you look at the core of this Jazz team, Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert, still very, very young.
Mitchell, obviously the youngest, but the Jazz have a good amount of players just entering their prime. Their front office has done a great job of identifying talent in the draft and developing it.
Here's Thompson after the made shot from Jay Crowder. Thompson with it, now defended by Exum. Here's Hood, tips it, and there's Thompson putting it right back in.
The unbelievable effort. Thompson, a dedicated warrior on the offensive glass.
Jazz leading by 19 points. Exum kicks to Udo. Burks the pass to Cephalosha. Six on the shot clock. Three-pointer. Cavaliers with the rebound. Outside Hill. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. To the inside, Thompson. It's not going to go for him. And it's Utah the other way. Pass to Burks. Rebound collected by Clarkson. The Cavaliers trail by 19. Inside, here's Hill. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, you look at George Hill's game, and he doesn't wow you in any way, but he's a complete basketball player. Strong outside shooter, but might be most valuable defensively. Often regarded as one of the best defensive guards in the league.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Move shots.
That free throw, no good. And with Hill and his defense, perhaps what is best about it is that he can guard Greg both guard positions, and that makes him valuable.
Yeah, and that flexibility gives a coach and his lineup so much leeway. Hill has a great wingspan, about 6'9", and can be very disruptive defensively. Very good at fighting through screens to stick with his assignments as well.
And he sinks the second. Well, Steve, we have a viewer question that has come in here. It's Randy from Texas. And let me see if I can. Oh, he says, what's your favorite basketball movie?
The Fish That Saved Pittsburgh, Kevin. That's my favorite basketball movie. And there's a lot of them.
Is it really?
But I would say that was probably number 1 for me.
No kidding. And out of bounds, the Cavaliers will take it.
A moment now to see the numbers for Rubio. Averaging about 15 points, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. Backup point guard, always an important position, and he fills that role beautifully.
Without a good floor conductor coming off the bench, your offense can quickly grow stagnant. He solves that problem well.
And clearly, Tyronn Lue wants to talk it over.
Yeah, I mean, it's an opportunity to kind of regroup and discuss ways to maximize these possessions.
The reason why is you like to get value every time down the floor, but that does take a lot of discipline.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And the foul on Alec Burks. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
So it's the Cavaliers now. Only giving up 2 points this quarter.
That's going to drive your coach crazy. Protect the basketball. He lost focus for 1 second. There goes the possession.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Hill kicks to Thompson. The shot will not fall. Gobert with the defensive effort. Now, here's Ingles. Defense right on him. Burks can't get it to go.
Can't finish. And defensively, nice job of altering the shot without fouling.
Now, here's Sexton. Covered by Rubio. Takes it from 10. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Utah leading by 20. Here's Burks. And it's Osman with the rebound.
He got the space he needed, but just blew the layup. It hurts me to see points lost like that.
Thompson right side. And it's Thompson with the jam.
And this is where Thompson likes to get his touches, right at the basket.
With the pass.
Burks kicks to Gobert. And stolen by Sexton. Passes it to Hill. Pass to Sexton. 5 on the clock. Here's Osman. They get it back. And the rejection by Favors.
What perfect timing on that play. Derek Favors, an outstanding shot blocker.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, with all the turmoil in the Cavs locker room last season, some wondered if head coach Tyronn Lue's job could be in jeopardy. Despite leading the team to its first championship in 2016, Lue, like a lot of coaches, finds that his future in the NBA is always subject to speculation. Kevin?
All right, DA, thank you. And it's stolen by Ricky Rubio. Kicks it to Ingles. Down low. Favors inside, covered by Nance. And that one's good by Favors.
And while Favors has developed his outside shot, right there in the paint is his comfort zone.
Here's Osman. Ingles covering. Here's Osman. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
That's his first personal foul.
The Cavaliers have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
Osman. 2 shots.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Mitchell, he's checked in for Utah. Good on both. Some guys are leaders from day one, but there are some guys it takes a while, Steve, to grow into that role, and I'm sure you've seen him.
Yeah, I love Victor Oladipo. I think he took on that role. Also, Kyle Lowry's done a nice job. Al Horford is becoming more of a vocal leader. He was kind of a quiet leader. A lot of those guys, you can see their personalities just changed from when they started into this league, and year by year they've gotten better.
Here's Osman, following the basket by Donovan Mitchell. Osman, the pass to Sexton. Clock at 6. He feeds it to Thompson. No good. Gobert with the defensive effort.
His lack of consistency with his shot tonight has held them back.
And the 3 ball is good.
And so far, they have been in complete control of this one. Just a well-rounded effort on the road.
You know what they've done? They've been aggressive on both ends. That's showing up on the scoreboard.
Here's Osman. He has 7. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Rubio.
A moment now to see the numbers for Rudy Gobert. 14th in blocks. And don't forget, top 20 in the league in rebounds per game. He's got a great nose for the ball.
And trying to muscle up shots against him is tough. His body type makes it supremely difficult. Just a dominant rim protector all season. Here's Osman. That's tipped. Stolen by Rubio. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Is on Colin Sexton.
Pushing the action, Donovan Mitchell has an innate ability to make people foul him.
These are his third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Shooting twos, gentlemen.
And that one misses. Steve, looks like we may not have any more sleeved jerseys anymore. As you look back, is this the end of an era or the end of an error, a mistake?
Either way, I am happy, Kevin. I just didn't like the look.
I am too.
And I could imagine being a player, being able to try to shoot the basketball with sleeves.
It made no sense.
Not at all. So I'm looking forward not to see guys wearing, I would call it T-shirts.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, I just got that.
Well, the Cavaliers shooting is definitely lagging at the moment. They're just 30% in the second quarter. Here's Osman. He's covered by Favors. And that one's good. Osman's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Now, here's Rubio. He's tightly guarded. And the layup's good off the glass. Rubio's got his third basket of the night right there.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Osman kicks to Sexton. Back to Osman. Now, here's Sexton. Covered by Rubio. For three, Fry. Great D that time from Favors.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And Thompson sends it back. Joe Johnston on the wing. Covered by Mitchell. Johnson, the pass to Sexton. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first two attempts. Now 1 for 3.
You know, beautiful move there by Sexton. Read the defender and has the body control to adjust.
Now here's Favors. 9 points last game. Ingles, that's for 2. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. Cleveland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here in the second. Here's Osman. He's got 9. Now Sexton. He had stolen by Ingles. And now Utah, fast break. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
That's quality basketball. Turn them over on the defensive end. Ingles, aware, kicks the ball ahead.
And a terrific bit of chaos there on the replay presented by the Under Armour Hover Havoc. Here's Osman. And here's Fry from the arc. Knocks down the 3-ball. Fry's got 8.
You can see there the defender allows himself to get picked.
You know, it's all about effort. Sometimes you're going to get hit on hard screens. You just have to fight through them.
Now here's Gobert. He had 13 points in the win against Toronto. And Rubio kicks to Gobert. Shoots the 3. And it's Mitchell missing. Cavaliers are gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. Thompson. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
He can't find his mojo. Tough quarter for him scoring the basketball. That's one of his shots in his arsenal, but it was terrific rim protection.
Now, here's Sexton. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game. Fires from deep. Utah with the rebound. Rubio's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. A step-back shot here. He squares up and sinks it. Rubio's got 6 points in the quarter.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Johnson outside. Over Favors. That one wide left.
And this is one of those times where the coach has got to preach be unselfish.
And we don't know that he hasn't. Maybe it's been falling on deaf ears. Guys taking ill-advised jump shots.
Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for Jetty Osman. Utah also making some changes. Jay Crowder's checked in for Favors. Cephalosha comes in for Joe Ingles, and it's Exum in for Ricky Rubio. Now, here's Sexton. There's a minute left to play here in the half. And Exum with a clear path to the hoop. He gets that one. Exum's got 5.
That time, a lot of young guys would have jacked up a shot. Patience. Man flashes open. Mitchell delivers the basketball on time.
Here's Clarkson. They get a hand on it, but they recover it. Sexton dishes to Thompson. 6 on the shot clock. Cephalosha against Johnson. Over Cephalosha. And another miss by Cleveland.
Went to the fadeaway. Didn't need to, though. Probably cost him some points.
Kicks it out to Mitchell. The kick out to Crowder. Mitchell trying to free himself. And Crowder gets it to go on the assist by Mitchell.
This is what Crowder loves to do. He's out there saying, set me up, please.
Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for Utah. And of everything he's doing well, it's his scoring that you point to first. Already 22 points in this game. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. With Coach Quinn Snyder, Quinn, what has to happen in the second half?
Well, we got to keep getting stops and really just make plays. Make plays on the offensive end and be solid defensively. No magic.
It's a pretty simple game, right, Coach? Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings, friends and neighbors. One half down, another half to go. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. A tremendous start for Donovan Mitchell. He ended up with 22 points, 3 assists, and 2 steals. And Kenny, what'd you see out there from the Jazz?
They're not taking the soft approach to this game, fellas. They're playing physical. Just look at how many times they've gotten to the line by being active, driving the lane, and drawing contact. It's gotten them points at the stripe. It's gotten defenders off balance. They've been the more aggressive team tonight by far.
Looking at Cleveland, Shaq, your thoughts?
Well, first of all, as cold as they've been from the floor, I can't say I'm surprised by the score. You cannot shoot the ball that poorly and expect to be in the game, Ernie. They need better ball movement. If their offense stays this stagnant, they could forget about a comeback.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joel, what up?
Welcome back, folks. So much to do here in downtown Cleveland and East 4th Street, right in the heart of it all. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
And every team needs this, a guy who challenges the defense with that slashing ability.
You know what? So many teams focus on the perimeter and alley-oops. It's important to have someone who can work that in-between area.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Utah has gone 5 of 8 from three-point land, 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. Checking out the group for Quinn Snyder to start the second half. Mitchell and Ingles are out on the wings. Favors and Gobert, the tough pair inside. And it's Rubio in at the point. Favors can't get it to go. And for the Cavaliers, they're shooting at 36% on the night. They've got to step it up offensively. Ingles with the ball. He kicks to Mitchell. And the pass to Gobert. From deep. They get the rebound. Favors. And then Favors with the dunk.
You love the effort of Favors on the glass. He's a scrappy player who comes away with second chance opportunities for his club.
Pass to Johnson. Down low, here's Thompson, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
Greg, what are some of the positives that Tristan Thompson's play brings to the team?
Still a very efficient scorer on the shots that he does take, and he lives mostly inside the paint, and still a strong offensive rebounder. But his days of being a threat on the offensive end as the game has evolved seems to have kind of gone away.
One thing about Thompson, he's made improvements to his body and his game each and every year.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Here's Rubio. That's another one for him, his fifth in just 7 shots.
Well, we know he's been confident with the shot, a big reason why they're ahead in this game.
Sexton kicks to Osman. And stolen by Favors. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Rubio finds Favors. Gobert with it. Over Thompson. Nance gets the rebound. So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they've played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
Now, here's Sexton. Back to Osman. Johnson, that's for 2. And another miss by Cleveland.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Gobert, the pass to Rubio. Mitchell outside. Jazz passing it around. Shot clock at 6. Tipped away. And stolen by Sexton. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Such a menace close to the rim. You got to respect Sexton's fearlessness when he's amongst the bigs.
And, of course, Colin Sexton. His college team once had to finish a game with only 3 players.
Yeah, and he scored 40 that night. I mean, almost led him to a victory. He loves to play under the bright lights, brings great energy and enthusiasm every night.
Last on the first.
Free throw good, Sexton.
And you see the speed, the athleticism, and scoring ability of Sexton. Special. A guard with a fantastic skill set and loads of potential.
Goods checked in for Johnson. Udo's checked in for Utah. And so he makes both from the line. And Colin Sexton, when it comes to scoring, the man shows you a little bit of everything.
Loves to drive it, loves to attack inside, improving his consistency from range. But what I love about him is the aggressiveness. This guy is always in attack mode.
Now, here's Mitchell. He's got 22. Up again. Favors trying to break free. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Sexton kicks to Nance. Hood against Favors. Lets it go from 14. That one's not going to go. And it's Utah the other way.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the Jazz had to weather the loss of Gordon Hayward, so they need to play together to have success. Coach Quinn Snyder said, "We expect guys to put the team in front of themselves and support each other. Our strength isn't in one guy. We need each other. Kevin?
David, one thing for sure, they come to play almost every game. Thank you.
And just solid at driving to the rim. When Sexton is on the attack, it just creates problems for the defense.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
Taking 2 shots.
Two.
And the first one at the line is good.
Quinn Snyder, one of the more serious and intense coaches in the NBA. He has an MBA and a law degree, takes a very measured approach to coaching, and it fits the team perfectly.
Hill, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. And Utah with a change here, too. Burks, he's checked in for Joe Ingles. Both good from the line that time. And Steve, you talk about Snyder's intensity, perhaps has one of the sternest faces on the sideline.
That intensity has translated to his defense. He's rebuilt the team on that end. The Jazz players have followed his lead. They play with toughness.
Now, here's Burks. 10 points for him. Dishes it to Favors. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Favors got 8.
Favors is a huge guy that absorbs contact. A true master at getting his shots off in the midst of really intense defense.
Put on the wing. Burks covering. And it's Thompson with the jam.
A solid athlete, quick leaper. Thompson's always a threat on this play.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. Now here's Udo. 6 points for him. And the call will be against George Hill. That's his first foul. So it's Utah now. Rubio the pass to Udo. Just 5 to shoot. And the call will be against George Hill. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Jazz with possession here. And Favors kicks to Rubio. 6 to shoot. And Hill over to help. And Derek Favors with the slam.
In pick and roll situations, Donovan Mitchell has done an outstanding job of being unselfish and making the right play.
And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for the Cavaliers.
Jordan Clarkson.
To the inside. Here's Nance. Good D by Rubio.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Nice ball movement by Utah. Passes to Burks. There's the triple. Good on the triple. Burks has got 13.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Hill kicks to Thompson. It's back to Hill. Softly drops in the floater. 5 points in the game.
And Hill very capable with the teardrop. Great touch on those.
Pass to Udo. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And so Hill will bring it up for the Cavaliers. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And that'll be Cleveland as it goes out of bounds. Cavaliers retain possession. And Cleveland making a change here. Fry's checked in. Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for Utah. Exum comes in for Ricky Rubio. Baseline try. Shot's good by Clarkson.
And you can tell the defender not anticipating the step back. He was headed in the opposite direction.
Exum passes to Udo. Burks kicks to Sefolosha. Shot clock at 6. The pass to Udo. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Hill looking around. Here's Hood. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hood's got his second bucket of the night.
He scores from everywhere. Inside, outside, in between. Hood can fill it up.
Udo kicks to Burks. Here's Favors, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Favors got 12 points in the game.
I love the adjustments he's made here in the second half, getting the looks he wants now and shooting a much higher percentage.
Back to Fry. And the rejection by Udo. And he's able to get it back. That's a 2 from Hood. That one misses. And Utah the other way now. Here's Sefolosha. And it's Exum in the corner. Kicks to Burks. Pass to Sefolosha. Utah needs to get off a shot here. Burks' shot is good.
That's where Burks has shown he can be efficient shooting the ball with the catch and release.
Outside Hill. Here's Hood on the money from 12 feet away. Hood's got his third bucket of the night. Utah has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Exum finds Sefolosha. Now here's Udo, guarded by Fry. Here's Favors. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
See, this is how you dictate the flow of the game. He's been lit this quarter.
Hill dishes to Clarkson. Hill left side. Back to Clarkson. Passes it to Fry. Jacks up a 3. Rebounded by Exum. Utah's gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. He kicks it to Burks. Pass to Favors. There's the 3. And Utah another 3.
Don't be fooled. Burks can flat out fill it up.
The Cavaliers have gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third. Nance passes to Fry. There's the dish to Hill. Here's Nance. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill's got 3 assists tonight.
Nice dime to the open man. George Hill, more of a combo guard, making things happen right there.
Now, here's Burks. He's got 18, and Jordan Clarkson is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Joe Johnson, he's checked in for George Hill. And Utah also making a switch. Crowder's checked in. Burks kicks to Sefolosha. The Jazz working the ball around now. 6 to shoot. Lets the 3 fly, and he's good on the 3 ball. Sefolosha's got himself on the board with 3 there.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Hood against Burks. Burks with the steal. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Now here's Johnson. That shot misses.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Inside, Exum. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Exum's got 7 points in the game.
Dante has great length and quickness to be able to operate inside the paint.
Fry with the ball. Favors picks him up. Here's Clarkson. Bank shot, no good. And it's Exum with the ball who will bring it up for Utah. Here's Burks. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Nance.
He's a regular at the free throw line. Burks knows how to put the onus on the officials.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him.
The former University of Colorado alumni Burks, a solid 2-guard who can really light it up.
And the Cavaliers with some changes. Jetty Osman, he's checked in for Nance. And it's Sexton in for Hood. Gobert, he's checked in for Utah. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Gosh, I just got that.
For Cleveland, they've gone 7 for 16 in the second half from the field, shooting a bit under 50%. And here's Sexton. He's got 6. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. 1 second left. He doesn't hit that one. And so it's Utah, holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. Their defense has been active and effective. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. The Cavaliers shooting 38% from the field, a pretty weak showing for them. Channing Frye out there with Decker. Then there's J.R. Smith. Then there's Sexton. And it's Nwaba in at the 2-guard. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now.
And there's the patience you want to see from Sexton. Eyes up and finds the open man.
Here's Exum. Following the basket by Sam Decker. Gobert finds Exum. Back to Gobert. Just 5 on the clock. The pass to Exum. Tries a 3. Good on the 3-point shot.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Exum's gone 4 for 5 from the floor tonight. Just 1 miss. Pass to Frye. Now here's Sexton. He's guarded closely from outside the arc. No good from Frye.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith.
And how about the reaction time on D there? Almost comes up with the pick.
You know, these are the little plays that can add up when you look over the course of a game.
And Cleveland making a change here. Thompson's checked in. Then for the Jazz, Allen comes in for Alec Burks. And Raul Neto's subbed in for Exum. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute played. The Jazz working the ball around now to the left side wing. Allen kicks to Crowder. Shot clock at 6. Lets it go from 11. In the corner, O'Neal with it. Passes to Crowder. And here is O'Neal. No good from outside. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Nwaba passes to Sexton. He dishes it to Smith. Pass to Sexton. And there's a whistle. That goes on Neto. That is his first foul of the game. We hear the term empty stats every once in a while, Steve, usually referring to great production on a bad team. How valid do you think that theory is?
It is. A lot of guys you see are averaging, these numbers, and players look around, and the players you're saying, unfortunately for him, those numbers are empty stats because there are a lot of times these numbers are found in when the game is decided. And a lot of times on bad teams, you see these guys going for numbers. Then you get a chance to see them play on good teams, and those stats just don't match up.
Good explanation. And here is O'Neal following Colin Sexton's three. And out of bounds. The Cavaliers will take it.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They've played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. Back to Thompson. Here's Sexton. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Sexton's got 9 points here in the second half.
And it's great to see Sexton slashing inside with that quickness and athleticism. Boy, he is tough to contain.
Allen dishes to O'Neal. This one for three. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Now Sexton. Dishes it to Smith. And there's a whistle. That goes on Neto. That's foul number 2 for him. Well, we've seen the growth of the G League, especially in how much it's been utilized for player development. A lot of guys going up to the NBA level. Steve, how do you think we'll see this evolve over the next 10 years?
I think the G League and this partnership with the NBA and teams has been fantastic. It's kind of similar to baseball right now in the minor leagues, and the teams have done a great job of having the flexibility to bring guys up and down. I love it for a lot of these young guys to get a chance to develop and also be a part of, I would say, the big team.
Excellent point. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Sexton kicks to Thompson. Inside. Yes, it is. Scored that as a bucket. Number 5 on a 5 for 11 night.
Converting against good defense, the length and desire of Thompson making the difference.
Allen passes to O'Neal. Lets it go with a 3. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Thompson's got 5 rebounds tonight. Another shot. Decker can't hit. Utah's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Here's Allen. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Allen's got 5 points now this quarter.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wentz.
Well, this is where he shows both skill and body control along with the attack mindset.
Now, here is Smith. Nwaba kicks to Smith. Takes a 3. And another 3 for Cleveland.
Deadly from beyond the arc. JR cannot be left alone.
Neto finds Crowder. Allen outside. Well, Steve, we've just come out of the first year where we saw legislation from the NBA about resting players. How do you feel about the new rules so far?
You know, I like them. I love that when you start to see these teams that was resting players on national televised games, but I think overall just resting players. I think our contract says that we play 82 games unless you're injured. And if a guy is injured, you understand. But I love the new rules that was implemented.
I agree. Nice ball movement by Utah. Kicks it to Crowder. And there's the pass to O'Neal. Gobert with it. Pass to Neto. For the three. Sexton grabs the board. Sexton's got 4 rebounds in this game. Down low. Back to Smith. It's stolen by Gobert. Here's Neto. At the elbow, it's Allen. Outside, Crowder. O'Neal against Smith. From deep, Neto. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Nwaba, defended by Allen. Nwaba passes to Thompson. Smith outside. Fires the 3. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
Passes it to Gobert. Crowder feeling it out a bit. Neto kicks to Crowder. Over Thompson, and the shot's good from Crowder.
He finds a little space. Crowder plays offense with his mind as much as his physical abilities.
Smith with it. He's picked up by O'Neal. Pass to Sexton. Smitty, you're looking around the league right now. Certain players extremely smart. Which guys do you think will make the transition the easiest from player to coach?
You know, some guys that stick out. Chris Paul, I think Mike Conley, LeBron James, obviously. Those guys, they just stick out. You can see their coaches on the floor, Draymond Green. They just have a way because they have those leadership qualities, and also they play the game the right way. They have such a good understanding and a good feel. Those are some of the guys that stand out for me.
That was a good list. You're right. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for David Nwaba. Now here's Udo. He's covered by Thompson. Favors in the post. He's against Smith. Udo lays it up and banks it in. And so it's Cleveland with it. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Sexton with it. Working on Allen. Sexton the pass to Korver. 6 on the shot clock. Tries it from 19. Decker can't hit. And so it's Crowder with it. He'll bring it up for the Utah Jazz. Neto finds Allen. That's tipped, and he recovers it. And here's what Cleveland's schedule is looking like. On Saturday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans. Then on Tuesday, they'll defend home court against the Indiana Pacers.
And looking at the Rockets matchup, you know they want to come out and make a big statement in that one. It won't be easy, but anything can happen.
First one falls for him. NBA wants to keep things competitive, and one way to do that was to make some changes, Steve, to the draft lottery odds. Do you think it'll be enough?
You know, I think it's the right call for them. I think the bottom 3 teams all have the same odds for the top 3 spots now. And it'll be much more even to distribute the odds for the back half of the lottery.
Oh my God.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Korver dishes to Thompson. Now, here's Sexton. He's guarded closely. And there's the foul. It'll go on Udo. That's his first foul. Allen's checked in for Raul Neto.
Jazz substitution. Grayson Allen.
Allen against Corver. And Thompson kicks to Smith. 5 to shoot. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Jay Crowder.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
J.R. Smith taking 2 shots.
Two shot.
And the first one at the line is good.
You know how accurate JR is from 3. That's how relatively inaccurate he can be from the line sometimes.
Smith hits them both. Steve, the NBA playing games in foreign countries now during the regular season. You think that'll become a more common occurrence?
I do, Kevin. I think they do a good job of getting a chance to, I would say, gather all the fans around the globe. Our game is going more global. And I think some of the players and some of the teams, they love it. I think a lot of times if they make sure the NBA, they're not sending the exact same teams and get a chance to spread the wealth, I think it's a great idea.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
That's good.
It takes a lot of skill to get whacked and still complete the basket. Luckily, Favors is a super talented player who does this regularly.
And, Steve, you'll remember Favors had that impressive rookie season, but he's been somewhat up and down since.
He's kind of an old-school power forward. Might have been an all-star 20 years ago, but nowadays the best forwards can shoot from range and can defend on the perimeter.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
Cleveland's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Smith against Crowder. Let's go. Misses off the left iron.
And you just get the sense the whole period he's been a bit out of sync.
Yep, trying to shoot himself back into this. Regain some confidence first.
Now here's Udo. Out to Favors. Shot clock at 5. Three-pointer. Crowder bangs home the trifecta.
Another triple, and that's been the story of this second half.
Coming out of the break, they've relied on their perimeter offense to generate points. Right now, it's working.
Crowder with it, covered by Smith. Crowder the pass to Favors. Decker on the double team. Here's Crowder, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. When it comes to flagrant fouls, do you think the difference between flagrant 1 and flagrant 2 is being called correctly for the most part?
I do, Kevin. I think we always have gray areas, and when you start to look at rules, but for the most part, I think they're getting the flagrant 1 and the flagrant 2. I think they're getting it right.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good.
The contributions from Jay Crowder are extremely valuable because of his defense, toughness, and switchability.
And both free throws good from Crowder.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
1:24 left in the fourth quarter.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Jazz.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And a lot of players tonight helped contribute to this performance, but in particular, a real good game it was for Derek Favors.
He was everywhere, defensively, offensively. The effort we saw from him tonight, I think, was the difference.
Here's Korver for 3, cans it from downtown.
And you gotta like that they are competing all the way through. Try and maybe build some momentum going into the next one.
Because the execution was not there tonight. That's something they can use this time to work on.
Now here's Crowder. He kicks it to Favors. Shoots over Decker, and that one's good by Favors.
Tremendous effort here on the road. That plane ride home is going to be sweet.
They better have some extra goodies on that plane, because after this blowout, they deserve to be rewarded.
The shot by Sexton, no good.
Not sure of the thought process on that one. Really bad shot selection.
Well, you're playing for the team, not just yourself. They needed much better execution that trip down the floor.
And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Rudy, another strong performance for you guys. How good is this team playing right now?
We're playing great. It's all about our defense. When we play defense, when we focus, we communicate, and after we get easy stuff on the offensive end.
Rudy, a great win. Congrats. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.